I'm late. I'm late for a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. Okay, I'm late, but that's okay because I've been just busy cleaning up. It's morning. Hi, it's Kim Overholt here. Uh, no, it's not morning anymore. It's afternoon now. Here at Overholt Art and Entertainment Studios. I'm going to put a little bit of light on the situation. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. I realized that I don't have any backlighting. I got front lighting, which makes me look terrible. I don't care. I don't care. But let me get the backlighting going. Okay, so now, one moment. I should have the theme music going. You know what? Maybe one day. Who knows? Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, DC. Yeah, DC. But you know what? I think more of the comics. I'm a comic book fan myself, so I used to read a lot of DC comic books and yeah, ghosts, House of Mystery, that kind of stuff. That was the kind of stuff I was into back in the day. A lot of you probably don't even remember. Probably a lot of people are like looking at me going, "What the heck are you even talking about? Comic books?" Well, I guess they would be called at the time, they would be like graphic novels. Graphic novels for those of you who follow a lot of those anime things like that too. And I love that stuff growing up as a kid. As soon as used to go downtown and there used to be an aisle where you could go and pick out your comics and get stuff to comic books to like look through. There were some really cool ones back in the day, and they really didn't like, they made them for kids, but they weren't really for kids. Another one of those things where you should learn about animation, because it was the same kind of thing. It started out not to be for kids. It was just something to people to have fun with, like to put a character on a background and make them do silly things. That's a great thing to do when you can create your own characters and stuff. It's a lot of fun, believe me. Taking classical animation, I learned a lot, believe me. And well, even doing any kind of animation or any kind of art, it's not really aimed originally for kids. But kids seem to like into anything that's very visual, so they can kind of like get a handle on it for themselves too. So a lot of things that again are meant for adults, kids can find funny too. Like a lot of the Family Guy cartoons, which are not meant for kids, but some of the kids find the cartoons funny because the guys just do silly things. They think it's just funny. They get the pratfalls, they get the people falling over. They don't get the jokes though. One second. I knew I forgetting something. Let me just put it over here. Yes, it's been a busy day. I hate dead space. You know me. I hate when I have to walk away from anything. I really hate walking away from anything. That's a thought for me. Cheers, everybody. Okay, today I'm having some buble. Left it on the other part over there because I was busy cleaning up and stuff. Yeah. Forgive my hair. Well, I do this all the time. Forgive my hair. Well, hey, I can do like Griselda, Raquel Welch, eat your heart out. You know what? Raquel Welch is like 85 years old, and she's still so sexy. I think, you know what, for you know I don't think if you have that look, it doesn't really disappear. It just kind of morphs into something original, different. I'm hoping it'll happen with me. I don't know. This is what I got, and I got this nice little extended chin with a nice. I think that's like. Well, it's a birthmark, obviously. It's like a nice little thing on your chin to have. Yeah, a lot of people. I got the one on the cheek too. Yeah, I guess maybe I am heralded down from some kind of lineage that I have no control over. I have no idea, because there's a lot of strange things. Oh, of course, with me that I can't explain either. Like the fact that one that a lot of people know this already, but my mom had a stroke before I was born. She was 28 when she had the stroke. She was 29 when she had me, and we celebrated birthdays together because she also had her birthday in December, and we used to kind of do that kind of thing. Well, here's the thing: we weren't really too close, but it was just a long story. Long story short is that, we had a good time together, and we always would have fun with each other and have a good time. And you know what? My mouth is so dry today. No, I've been doing good. Thank you. So I use this stuff. It's called Lipsil, and it keeps your lips nice and moist. It's got a little bit of, it's soothing, and it also has some eucalyptus on it, so it makes you feel really good on your lips. Look, advertising now. Anyways, so yeah, today, what was I doing? Yeah, I was enjoying the morning, just hanging with the girls. I didn't do a workout. I'm running late today. Yeah, I'm falling behind on some of the things that I was supposed to be doing today. Yeah, but that's okay. Like I say, I've been cleaning, and sometimes I pick up, and I'm almost back to where I'm supposed to be. I won't do a long scheduled kind of big thing. I didn't even the last time I was talking. I didn't even do anything to this. I was looking for pictures, and it got late, and then I had to go to work. So I kind of like, okay, we'll put it aside. That's the thing. You can't rush art. You can just let it kind of build itself. In my mind, I have an idea, which I'm going to be putting into effect eventually. But right now, it's still just an idea that I have. I think I started out just a very basic, very basic shapes. Obviously, there's circle and rectangular shapes and making a face, yeah, with light. So yeah, anyways, yeah, I'm running behind, and yeah, let's find out what the card is for today. Okay, so um there we go. We give it a little extra for today because I'm feeling special. I feel like Bob Ross today. I might even do a painting. Who knows? I have some time. I was supposed to go in early, but again, ended up that they don't need me until a little bit later, so I may have time to do stuff. Oh, you can see my scar today. Yeah. Anyways, that's okay. We don't talk about that. It's the first rule, anyways. Okay. Anyway, so we pick a card, any card, pick a card, any card. I remember back in the day when I used to hang out and learn all the magic things that you could learn. Whew. All right. Ace of Swords, which I believe is reward in my other ones. So let's find out what it means on this one. This tarot card from the Ace of Swords. Talk about using generalizations. The tarot is one of those things where you can make a generalization about something, and it might put you in a different direction altogether, which is kind of cool. Ace of Swords, Goddess of Justice. Justice, I do enjoy. Major Arcana from Justice. Passionate. Yes, that's right. Ace of Swords implies that out of conflict, some new creative point will emerge. Okay, so maybe that will help me with my little bit of creative block that I'm having. Okay, mental powers are awakening, which means a change in one's life, which I'm definitely having right now. I definitely have changed one's life. I can't figure out for the life of me, but I'll tell you in a second. The old order is threatened, and conflicts are bound to arise. Ultimately, the resolution will be possible. There is inevitably a collision and struggle before such peace is in sight. Okay, whatever. You get what you want out of that. And when I did that one for my other cards, the Ace of Swords usually means a reward, so it's a good card too. So she looks like she's about to carry a sword that's a little too heavy for her. I don't know. What do you think? She might be able to pick it up maybe once or twice, give it a good swing or two. We'll find out soon enough, right? All right. So, with that being said, let's go see. Yeah, we might as well test it out. I have a theory. One time, I had before this whole virus thing started, I had a weird thing come up with my one deck of cards, and then with the other deck of cards had the same thing come up at the same time. Now that's bizarre. Hey Chris, hey Kia, Chris, how you doing? All right, so like I say, I had like a kind of strange thing happen before the whole virus started, and that was around the same time this time. Oh my gosh! So hey, you know what happened? All my videos ended up getting deleted, and one of them included like doing the whole thing. But we're going to do this. So that one was the Ace of Swords. Now, if the Ace of Swords comes up here, I will be quite surprised. And no, it's not right now, but I have to kind of get it started. So I'm going to start by like holding the cards, calming myself down. Okay. And now I'm going to shuffle my cards. I do that 7 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and one more for look 7. Okay. And then I shuffle the cards again until I feel comfortable, or B, something falls out. Plan B always ends up something that falls out of my deck and gives me a kind of a generalization. Again, like I say, tarot cards, that's what they do. They give you like maybe a generalization into something that maybe you weren't thinking about and puts you maybe in a different direction. I always find that, sometimes we get too caught up in our mind with things, and we tend to overthink stuff. I'm an overhold. I should know I over everything. Okay. So overthinking becomes quite a part of our lifestyle. And one thing that you got to learn to do is be able to let go of stuff. And a good way to kind of change your mind is to also do a little divination, and it is kind of good for your body, good for your soul. And you know what, my friend was telling me about this really interesting thing called, and I can hope I can pronounce this because I was been trying to figure out how it's pronounced. Hopopono. If you've ever heard of Hopopono, it's something that's a Hawaiian thing, and I guess maybe because I'm starting to play ukulele here. I think because I'm starting to play ukulele really well and trying to absorb the reason why I'm playing ukulele. Maybe I'm part Hawaiian somewhere with birthmarks and whatnot. But point being, what I'm getting to is that we all have this thing inside of us where, we have something divine, right? So we're going to find out with the cards what's going on for today. So let's see. I told my niece the other day too about my cards being joy. She was very happy about that too. So let me just give her a shuffle of my cards and see what comes out. Now I don't force anything to come out of my cards, and I just have them come up randomly. And sometimes when I shuffle them, because they're so awkward, something falls out. But I just shuffle them until I feel comfortable with it too. So I may have a point where I might feel like stopping. Oh, I know what card that was. Oh, something wants to fall out. I know. Hold on. I know sometimes it takes a little while. I try shuffling a little faster too to kind of get something to happen. Whoa, okay, I got one. Whoa, okay. Oh man, there are some cards that come up, and okay, that this does not relate anywhere at all to the other card, obviously, but that was a good card. This, on the other hand, is not such a good card. It's my devil card. Now I tell you about this. I told you about this card before on previous ones, where I told you I had a friend that we went to the library, and he wanted me to do his cards for him, and he said, the reason I actually wanted to ask you out, and this card popped up, and I'm like, well, why would this pop up? And it's a deceitful card. It's a deceitful card, so I had to be on the lookout now. What's going on? These are very, like, the cards. All the major arcana are a big deal, and this one is a major arcana card. The devil. The devil. I was talking about the devil yesterday. Too, and I was talking about my stories that I have with the devil suit, and it's quite a good story that I haven't read. I haven't wrote yet, but I have it in my mind. I have so many stories. Maybe I should just sit here and read you guys like all kinds of stories that I've started, and then you guys can finish them for me. I have great ideas, and I've been so prophetic lately, and having something happen. So obviously, We don't have the same thing jiving today with these cards. So that's kind of a good thing and a bad thing. We've got an even odd thing going on here. Now with the, like I say, with the devil card, I'll read from my book so that you know what this one means, and I'll show you too. It's got like one of those faces, right? And the person who made this card, she actually designed these herself. She did all the major arcana, and she did these with actual, like on an actual board. Like this is an actual mask, and then she took all the extra. Like she had all kinds of fabric, and then afterwards, when she was done with it, she took pictures of all of it, and then posted them. Right. So, but anyways, I will show you what the card means. Okay, so that's major arcana. That's definitely number 15. Number 15, I don't know. Number 13 is the death card, obviously. And in between that and temperance, we have the devil card. Yeah. I should say between death and the devil, we have temperance. So, but the devil card. So, if you need material objects to make you feel good about yourself, then you must feel empty and afraid that you'll be recognized as such. You need to change your emphasis from physical to spiritual, which is always good. This is part of the reason why we do a lot of the things that we do. I do here to just kind of show you, make you feel good about yourself. Your bondage is a result of your limited beliefs about the world. You have within you the power to change your beliefs using visualizations, affirmations, and actions in harmony with natural law. You don't need to resort to deceit. See, it's a very deceitful card. And I mean, what it says is there are some powers that you may have to invoke on yourself to kind of keep yourself calm and give yourself patience and relaxation. This is the face of evil, it says. So the card you see is restless undercurrents right now. So right now everything's kind of up in the air, and I know there's a lot of things going on. There are a lot of people can be restless right now as well with a lot of things. So let me see what I have at the bottom, just to be on the safe side. Oh, and yes, you see, there's another one with a message. See, it's got a message for you to be aware. Be aware. And okay, so I always like to just check. Ooh. Okay, well, upside down. This is an upside down card, so I don't know if that's right way up. No, this one's upside down. So this one also can be a little bit bad. I think this is creation. Let me just upside down pentacles. Upside down pentacles. Let me just check my book for one more time. Yeah. Upside down pentacles. Now, like I say, which one's that? 5, 6. Craftsmanship. Also, yeah, obviously deceitful with craftsmanship. Interesting. Interesting. There's an interesting twist of craftsmanship. Yeah, I guess people always have to be aware of things that are going on, of course. Yes. But things are sometimes made in certain ways, right? So anyways, yeah, so that's very interesting. So I've been a little bit down about that. But let me just undo my cards now. Again, I shuffled them 7 more times. Oh, yeah, you know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, here's the thing. Yeah, you know what, you know what, Chris? Yeah, Chris, you are right, because I just watched the whole thing with Trudeau. Yes, I did. And yeah, I was a little bit cynical about the whole thing because it seems like he just comes out, he says a few things and then goes back inside. And I accidentally made a comment, which I think maybe stopped the whole feed going on, which is I said, well, you guys may have heard about the Governor General resigning, something that I thought was kind of, after her giving her speech, it seemed more like a sit down of kitty hour, sit down and tell you a story. Anyways, I said Don Cherry for Governor General, and I think maybe that maybe started wheels turning, because I think right now over on which one is it? It's Rebel News. Yeah, Rebel News. I watch that sometimes, and I know that's what they've been saying over at Rebel News right now. They go, yeah, uh, Don Cherry for Governor General, and you know what? He's got a lot of slack for saying things, but you know what? Sometimes the words you say, even look at the Prime Minister. He says things and he falls over his words. People say stuff that maybe comes out incorrectly. You have to think before you speak sometimes. I know, because I grew up that way too. I had to always watch what I said before I said anything. I had to kind of backtrack a little bit. You see, I am the child of, I am the fourth child. And like I said, my mom had a stroke. But before, she had three children previous to me, had the stroke, and then had me. And then actually, I have a half sister as well. That's another long story. But anyways, yeah, so I know, being the fourth child, that sometimes when you're in the midst of sibling rivalry, you have to kind of delegate in your mind what you're going to say, because what you can say can land you in a lot of trouble, if you know what I mean. And I guess maybe, sometimes, I thought about, Don Cherry, he got let go because he said something about you people. Well, I don't think he really meant you people. He just meant like generalized, and people like the tarot cards, again, another generalized kind of thing. It's like you don't think about it. It's just like kind of all in one. You kind of encompass everybody being everybody. As like I say, I have a hard time kind of distinguishing one from another, and I don't mind that, because that means that I see everybody as equal. I gave a Buddhist monk a high five once. I mean, it was like, I met people who have lots of money and have a good standing, and I talk to them like I'm talking to you now. I don't treat anybody lower or treat anybody above. I think about who I'm talking to, and kind of, decide, if I have the right to say what I have to, or whether I should keep my mouth shut. And I know sometimes when it's good to keep my mouth shut. And I know there's a lot of people out there, like especially this one guy that like I say, I watch all the time. This John Burke. If you guys ever have a chance, watch him. He does a lot of the American side, and he's very patriotic. Maybe is that what the word I'm looking for? I don't know, but anyways, he's got a way with words, and I like just watching the whole process mostly. And I chime in because I just enjoy it. And that's what it is. You go to see these kind of things and watch people like myself kind of say things and go, I can kind of relate. But then you can say, well, maybe I shouldn't say that. Well, maybe you should say that. Maybe there's a lot of people out there that should say more. And that's what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for somebody out there to say something. And like, I don't know what it's going to take. I've been waiting, and I say it sometimes very boldly, and I wait, and still I don't hear anything. And one of the things I say is like, so everybody's got a problem. Why isn't anybody saying anything? I'm saying something here. I'm saying something. I said something live, right on the thing too. I said, I've been a voter. I've been a taxpayer. I do my taxes all the time. I've worked for the government. I have, over the last couple of years, been very, very disappointed. And as a Canadian citizen myself, of being a voting Canadian citizen, uh, kind of decided for myself that, what am I voting for? I don't. There's nobody that has a backbone anymore who I really can trust at the government level, at politics, that kind of thing. And I try not to bring it up on my sites at all. I just try to talk about my heart, but sometimes it gets in the way of things. And that can get to me sometimes. And I know my sister, I was like, oh my God, here she goes again with talking about politics. When I know my dad was big on it too. And he put in his 2 cents, and it was funny to actually hear him talk about it. And it's like, well, okay, he could be wrong. I could be wrong. We could be wrong. what they're doing maybe could be right, and we're just kind of like, well, why aren't they explaining it better so that we can understand it? Why are they so hidden about stuff? I guess big deal, right? I know. Yeah. So, and this is the stuff I like to understand for myself, and I always go exploring. And because I do have extra time, although I'm behind right now because I've been trying to clean up my place and keep everything kind of spick and span. And I won't be very much longer. I try to at least do 30 minutes, and then I'll let you go. Okay. So yeah. Um, so everything is just kind of, yeah, you can find that it can balance out throughout the course of the day. And yeah, watching that with the prime minister, it kind of cut out. I was a little bit concerned maybe I said something incorrectly, and they just cut me. And I can understand that because they can do that. And they can cut this too, because I remember all those times that I, was doing my own feeds and it would just cut out, and I'd be talking away hours of information I'd be giving on my videos. And I'd be thinking I'd be doing something great for people, and then finding out only like 10 seconds, and the rest was all just me standing there looking at myself talking. It was terrible. So now, hi, I just keep talking. Cheers. Here's to it, and from it, and to it again, because we never know when we'll be here to do it again. Sorry about that. Slurred a little bit. And no, I have not been drinking. And yeah, my eye is still red. I've been trying to get it to get better. But unfortunately, I'd have to still wear my glasses to work. And fortunately, here's a cool thing. Hey, I got a cool thing to tell you. And it's about wearing the nose. Okay. So being Kimmy the Clown for over 10 years and wearing a nose for so long, I learned to breathe through my nose. So I can keep my mouth shut while I'm wearing my nose. And that's a cool thing because, a lot of times I'm smiling, taking pictures with kids and stuff, and I'd used to wear my nose. So, but when we started having to wear the masks, it was really kind of a weird thing. I would be able to wear my mask, and people ask me, "Well, how come your glasses don't fog up?" And I think the reason they don't is because I learned how to breathe through my nose, and breathing properly will actually make it easier to you're not taking big breaths, and you're not fogging up your glasses, so you don't feel like you're constrained into your mask. And I feel constrained in my mask. I don't like wearing a mask. I really don't. But I have to, and I will, just to keep people safe from me. Because God knows, I tell people I'm dangerous all the time. I told people for like 10 years, when I used to blow up balloons with the big long balloons with the pump. Don't get any ideas. Yeah, I used to say, back up, I'm a dangerous clown, because the balloons used to extend. So I'd be knocking kids in the head with them. I'd be like, hey kids, hold on to my balloon for me. I'd be like, here. Yeah, it was fun. I love being a clown. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. And I had 10 years of that, and I had 10 years of living above Walter Ostenek's music store, which was a blast. I just saw pictures recently of living above Walter Ostenek's music store. For those of you who don't know who Walter Ostenek is, it's kind of like the Ferris Bueller day for me, where I'm kind of like, I lived above the Polka Kings one music store in St. Catharines. Yeah, that was me. I lived above Walter Ostenek's music store. He was great, and Rick was awesome. And of course, I am currently, my hubby used to actually be one of the main co-workers, employees there. Worked there for almost 11 years, maybe something like that. That's how I met him. Yeah. Here's an interesting story. How I met my hubby. Yeah, it was 1992. I was so sexy back then. Oh my God. Cheers. Here's to that. I had my pickup all kinds of musicians. Oh my God, they were so cute. Oh my God, and it was the 90s. They had all long hair, and they were all sexy, beautiful. And some of them had the mullet. Yeah, some of them had the mullet, but Most of them were just sexy and damn. Yeah, so I moved there in 92 with my friend Dave Johnstone, which cheers to Dave Johnstone. He's my bestest friend. He's like my brother from another mother that, he's been there since I can remember. So here's to Dave Johnstone, my bestest friend of friends. Cheers. And of course, Mike Cotton too, because, we used to be like Harry Potter and Ron Weasley and myself, Hermione, all playing a little bit of magic. It was fun. Cheers to that. Oh my God. Yeah. So, what was I? What was I getting at? I kind of lost my train of thought all of a sudden because I was thinking of how much fun I used to have as a kid, and yeah, and I did. I had so much fun as a kid, and it was good times. Best times, the worst times, and living above Walter Austin next too was so much fun. Oh yeah, and I met so many cool people, and yeah, I met Frank uh, on Pizza Thursdays over at Walter Austin's Music Stories to come down, hang out with the musicians. We'd all talk philosophy and shit like that. And I'd get some ideas for drawing musicians, and I'd bring down like pictures of Jimi Hendrix and stuff for guys to go ooh and ah to. And and we'd have big old conversations. It was the best of times. Oh my gosh! And Rick Ostenek, I know he could tell you. Oh, we had so much fun. And yeah, so I met my hubby there. We went rock climbing one time, and that's how we all got to hang out together and got that whole train wreck started. And for my hubby and I, like our partnership, like he's my partner in climb for like 25 years. 25 years, yeah. Yeah, ever since then, yeah. We've been like he knew me when I was with my ex and he was with his ex and we got together. So that's how it happened. Yeah, we started rock climbing together and became the best of friends. And after we became the best of friends, we started becoming better than friends. And now we've been the best of friends forever. We're the best of friends. It's good to have a good friend. Since 92, I mean, really. Ow. Benefits included. We both made the decision. We didn't want to have children. We didn't want a ceremony for any kind of wedding ceremonies. We don't have rings. I don't have rings. Nobody owns me. I'm not owned except by, the government who gives me my number and gives me, uh, tells me what I have to do. And me being the worker that I am, I do as I'm told. And cheers to that too. But I am an artist. I am an artist through and through. And you know what? Let me tell you a story too about when I was a kid. Before this whole government came along, when I was a kid, I used to have dreams of drawing. I used to have dreams of being in front of a wall, of being one of those that wrote down everything. That was a scribe. Yeah, I had dreams of that. I was supposed to be some kind of scribe into the next era, like they were going to throw me against the wall like all those hieroglyphs, and I was supposed to make all the hieroglyphs. I was supposed to remember everything, to write it all down for everybody to remember, because this is a great time to remember. It's a great time to be alive. And yeah, I had and Walter Austin's Music Store, it was a great time to be alive too. Oh my God, there's so many great memories. Oh, I had so much fun. I could write a book just about that. And the Devil's Heart is kind of wrapped around that thing too. I can tell you a little bit more about that, but you'd have to read my story, and you'd have to ask me more about it, of course. Cheers. Oh shit! I've gone over my 30 minutes. Okay. Well, artists being what they are, we are allowed to always be a little bit on the late side, as well as like continue to run our mouths off continually. Did I tell you about a magician who was only supposed to be doing 45 minutes of a prouse of a show and ended up doing like an hour and a half and keeping people waiting and keeping buses waiting just because of ego? I don't want to be that person. I just want to have a good time with you guys and say I appreciate you, and I'm glad you're out there listening to me ramble on about all kinds of artsy things. And yeah, Walter Austin's Music Store and all the art that I did. And now that I play ukulele, man, I'm coming after you guys over at that Long and McQuaid's. When this thing lets up, I'm coming to find you guys, and I'm going to play some ukulele for you to show you. I miss you. I miss you guys. Love you guys. All right, so I got to go. Have a great day. That's my cue. All right. Peace out, brother, with a little bit added, as my mom used to say. And here's to her. I love her, and I love you. Have a great one. Ciao for now.